La Llorona, the weeping woman of Latin American legend. Few legends are as deeply ingrained in Latin American culture as the story of La Llorona, or the weeping woman. Her tale has been passed down for centuries, told around campfires in bedtime stories, and as a warning to children. But who was she? And why does her anguished wail still haunt riverbanks and lakesides to this day? The most common version of La Llorona's story begins with a beautiful young woman named Maria. Born into a poor family in a small village, Maria was admired for her striking beauty and elegance. Though many suitors sought her hand, Maria set her sights on a wealthy man who traveled through her village. The man was captivated by Maria's beauty, and they married despite their differences in status. They had 2 children, and for a time, Maria believed she had found happiness. However, her husband began to change. He spent more time away, showing little interest in Maria or their children. One day, Maria discovered him with another woman. Heartbroken and enraged, Maria's grief took a dark turn. In a fit of jealousy and despair, she led her 2 children to the river and drowned them. The moment their bodies disappeared beneath the water, Maria was struck by what she had done. Overcome with guilt, she threw herself into the river, hoping to join her children in death. Maria's soul did not find peace. According to legend, she was cursed to wander the earth for eternity, searching for her children. Her ghost, now known as La Llorona, is said to appear near rivers and lakes, dressed in a flowing white gown. Her cries of "Mis hijos," my children, are said to chill anyone who hears them. La Llorona's story is not just a tale of grief and regret, but a cautionary warning. Parents tell it to their children, warning them to stay away from water at night, lest La Llorona mistake them for her own and drag them into the depths. While the core story remains consistent, details vary across regions. In some versions, Maria was abandoned by her husband, and her heartbreak drove her to madness. In others, she drowns her children out of revenge, targeting her unfaithful husband's greatest joy. Reports of encounters with La Llorona span the Americas, from Mexico to the southern United States. People claim to hear her cries at night, especially near water. Witnesses describe a ghostly woman in white, her face hidden by long, dark hair. Some say she asks for help, while others warn that meeting her gaze can be fatal. One chilling account comes from a family in Mexico who heard a woman's wails outside their home late at night. When they went outside, they saw a figure standing by the river. As they approached, the figure vanished into the mist, leaving behind a lingering sense of dread. La Llorona represents more than a ghost story. She embodies the consequences of unchecked grief and the cultural importance of motherhood and family. Her story resonates with those who've experienced loss, making her a symbol of both tragedy and fear. Her legend has inspired countless books, films, and songs. From traditional ballads to Hollywood's The Curse of La Llorona, her story has transcended folklore to become a global cultural touchstone. Some believe La Llorona's sightings are manifestations of guilt or grief, while others see her as a cautionary tale about the dangers of anger and despair. Paranormal investigators suggest she might be a form of residual haunting, her tragic final moments replaying over and over. This haunting story represents themes of grief and motherhood, enduring across cultures in various forms and interpretations. But whether you see her as a ghost, a myth, or a cultural icon, one thing is certain: La Llorona's cries continue to send shivers down the spines of those who dare to listen. Would you venture near the water, knowing her spirit might be waiting there?